We're taking leftover brisket to a whole new game. What about a smoked macaroni and cheese with brisket? Let's go. An iconic, classic macaroni and cheese. So we're gonna add some brisket there because you guys know that we've been on this, you know, like this rampage of leftover brisket ideas because we did so many briskets in a video. Plus, you guys are always asking what to do with leftover brisket. Oddly enough, there's just so many comments of saying, what is leftover brisket? Well, when you do 3 briskets and there's only 2 people in the family eating them, you've got a lot of leftover brisket. So we've done like breakfast burritos with brisket in there and hash brown casserole. We've done brisket queso. We did a homemade baked beans with brisket in there that I'm still raving about. And so today's the macaroni and cheese version. Okay, we're gonna keep it simple. The classic cheeses that you know and love, the brisket, and it should be a fantastic dish. Let's breeze over the ingredients really quick. Obviously, you got your leftover brisket, some butter, some smoked paprika, some garlic, salt, pepper, some dry mustard flour, some Gruyere, sharp cheddar, and American singles. This is, you can get it in chunks, but the guy was already slicing. I said, hey, go and slice me up some. So that's like a half a pound. You got your traditional elbow noodles and some half and half. We're gonna fire up that Traeger, and let's fire it up to about 350 degrees. Not only are we keeping the cheese classics, but this ratio is classic as well. This will be on pelletsandpits.com, but this ratio is basically like the ratio, right? So you're talking about half stick of butter, half cup of flour, equal parts, 4 cups of liquid. I actually like to do the half and half. I prefer heavy creams in a lot of things, but I think it gets too thick. And you guys know that once you add your macaroni and after it sits, and especially once you bake it, it becomes like gooey, you know, almost too thick. So you can actually get away with 2% of whole milk, but let's up it up a little bit and have some half and half. Into boiling water it goes with a little bit of salt. You guys know how to boil your noodles. All right, this is on low. While it's on low, let's grate our cheeses. I'm gonna take about a 1/4 cup and just save that because we're gonna be able to put that on top for our cheese topping. Add your cheese, give that a stir. Remember, this is on low. This is one time you do not want this on high or boiling. You can actually separate your sauce. Same thing, a little bit of cheese for that top. And that's why you add the Gruyere. A little bit of saltiness, a little bit of butteriness.
Ooh.
And all that orange cheese. This is your sharp cheddar. Just take your time, don't overheat it. Once everything's incorporated, we'll come back in with American cheese. Get all that worked in. Once everything's incorporated, I'm just going to turn it off. As this cools, it's going to thicken. Our pasta's still going, but that's kind of important. If you get to this stage and it's extremely hot, it's going to be a lot looser than what it would be if you allowed it to cool down a little bit. And the reason is that's extremely important. The last thing you want to do is add your noodles, add your brisket, add your cheese, bake it, and it comes out like a puck, okay? So you need to go a little bit thinner than what you think you would, and I got a shortcut for you. Alrighty, macaroni is done. This is actually important. Don't add too much water to your noodles. The more water you add, the less starchy your water is going to be. So we're gonna add about a cup. That very, very, very hot, I haven't even drained it yet, pasta water. I know what you're thinking, oh my gosh. I would do pasta water, not regular water, or you can add more milk. But look at that consistency right there. That's what you're looking for. That's gonna help that cheese get inside of the elbows. That's the consistency we're looking for right there. Pasta's drained into a large mixing bowl. Add about 3/4 of that brisket. I actually like to save a little bit of brisket, put it on top. It kind of gets dried out. I know it sounds like it's overcooked. It is, but it acts like a little extra crispies. And then the cheese sauce. And I'm gonna save about a cup for that topping as well. I love doing that. It sets up really nice, and this is what you really want to do. Stir it really, really, really good. Like I said, you're trying to get all that cheese sauce inside of those elbows. That is perfect consistency.
Yeah, because it will thicken too, right?
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
Golly, that looks like a winner.
You looking at me or the cheese?
Both, Big Daddy.
Get yourself a casserole dish big enough to handle it. Pour that cheese sauce right on top because you didn't have enough to begin with. See how it's getting in those little elbows? No shortage of cheese around here. And we're gonna top it off with that melted cheese. And you thought we were done. Nope. Top it off with those little brisket pieces. I'm telling you, they turn into like little crispies. All right, we're gonna let it set up for about 15 minutes just like this before we even bake it. And just like that, you have yourself some good looking mac and cheese. One thing I know what you're thinking, what about the breadcrumbs? What about the panko? What about this? What about that? Oddly enough, I'm not a big fan of those type of toppings. I like it to be a little bit more cheesy. Like I said, we use those brisket pieces on top for a little bit more crunch. But if you ask me, honestly, I would say I kind of stay away from the breadcrumbs and the panko. But you do you. Are you a middle person or end person? It's not going to matter, is it?
It's not going to matter.
All right.
It looks perfect.
Now, obviously, this is extremely hot. It will set up as it cools. I don't think one's going to do it, do you?
No. I mean, it looks perfect. That's what you call a cheese pull.
I hope. Just for... That way my kids can go, Dad, don't eat all the macaroni and cheese. Now, this is one thing. You're talking about letting it rest. You can burn yourself if you want to. I'm going to try to. I think that's key, if you can see in here. I don't know if you can really see it. It's really key to make sure that cheese sauce is a little bit loose because that way it gets into the elbows.
Yep.
That right there. Oh, should we show them?
What?
Let's show them.
Show him what? I don't know what he's showing you, but I'm going to sneak about his mac and cheese. Oh, man.
We made those homemade baked beans with brisket, and I had a lot of beans left over because I didn't know which ones I was going to use. So now there's some bacon in there with just like the leftover dried beans. So we're having pinto beans, macaroni and cheese, some greens that my dad made with cornbread and fried okra. That's our dinner. That is our dinner. So, all right, try this.
I already did.
Oh, you did it, yeah.
I snuck a bite. It's super good. But I'll take another bite.
I mean, what? That's a bite to love right there.
Whew. Hot. Hot.
You know what?
Let me try a little brisket.
The brisket on top, I love that. I was thinking about actually like shredding the brisket, kind of like how we did when we warmed it up and added it to that queso when we had leftover brisket queso. Just because I thought it would incorporate more brisket into the mix, but I like the chunks. One thing I would caution you on, depending on your fat cap when you make your brisket, obviously you've seasoned the whole brisket. So if you decide to use the fat cap from your brisket, that's where a lot of your seasonings are. You might want to adjust your salt and pepper, okay? Because all that seasoning from the brisket is left over. But, I mean, doing this way, I don't think it really matters that much, but I would be caution you for that one. Other than that, I know one thing. I'm not lying when I say that's good. That is cheesy, fantastic goodness, baked macaroni and cheese at its core.
Yep.
Perfect ratios.
Perfect consistency.
It's still gooey.
Yeah, perfect consistency.
Didn't clump up on you.
It's super good.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, pound the notification button with your friends. Peace.
Now I can take my bite.
Today's gonna be I might go back for thirds. Dad needs to hurry up and get here. Golly, that's good. Just look at that.
Yeah, that's perfect mac and cheese.